Welcome to episode 2 of A Bassist Journey. Today I'd like to do a kind of tribute appreciation of a bassist who passed away recently. It's Rick Laird, who passed away on July 4th. He's probably best known for being in Mahavishnu Orchestra during the kind of classic time in the early 70s, but he was also a jazz bassist leading up to that and afterwards. And then he kind of stopped, I think he stopped playing for the most part, certainly professionally, and became a photographer. So a very interesting person. He also wrote instructional books, and I had one of them. Didn't realize who it was when I bought the book, and never really was able to penetrate the material in it because I didn't have a teacher, but found out later, wow, Rick Laird wrote this? He's the Mahavishnu Orchestra bass player. I think my impression is he was kind of overshadowed by the other members of the band, right? You had John McLaughlin on guitar, Jan Hammer on keyboards, Billy Cobham, this insane drummer, and Jerry Goodman on violin, and Rick Laird wasn't really a virtuoso soloist, whereas everyone else was. And if you look at the other big fusion bands of the time, Weather Report, Return to Forever, right? Even the bass player was a virtuoso soloist, right? They were all kind of equals. And so with Mahavishnu Orchestra, he was always more background. Well, I decided, hey, I'm going to play along with this stuff. And I've done that before, but this time kind of diving in, trying to, hard. This guy's a virtuoso bassist, just maybe not so much a soloist. This is difficult stuff, so fast, just right on the edge, right? And so I tried to play along with a few things, and the only take I could get, because I'm having some equipment trouble, that's my excuse, and so it's not a complete take, but here's a little bit of me trying to play Vital Transformation. I'm barely hanging on there. I would not pass the audition for Mahavishnu Orchestra by any means. I'm not even sure I could be in a tribute band, but it was a lot of fun to play. Just my favorite thing to do is back up an amazing soloist, and that's what you get to kind of do here. And while playing, trying to listen to the soloist, trying to listen to everyone and the big picture, is something that I just really love to do. So this was a great opportunity for me and a great experience. I always wanted to be a virtuoso, and a lot of my favorite bands, Deep Purple, Rush, Yes, Return to Forever, right? These are bands just so virtuosic, and that really is what turned me on as a kid musically, and I think it still does. Maybe not as much as it used to, getting older, but I still appreciate that virtuosity. I just love an amazing guitar player. I've been fortunate to play with some myself, Gary Backstrom, D.V. Wright, really, really lucky to be able to play with musicians of that caliber. And that's, if I'm any good, it's because of these people who are better than me and pull me forwards and inspire me to work harder, inspire me to practice. During this pandemic, I've been playing more, but sometimes, you just don't feel inspired at all, and I actually haven't been playing that much lately until the past few days when I decided to try and tackle some of this Mahavishnu Orchestra stuff and Rick Laird's bass lines. So I'm going to keep going with it as much as I can. I've added those tracks into my playlist. I'm just too much of a slacker to, that's my own personal self-reflection. It's something I've known. I'm Generation X, definitely bought into the slacker aspect of Generation X. And yet there's something too, like that, something inspires me, and then I like to do my best. And this is definitely one of those times. Thank you, Rick Laird, for the music. Thank you, Rick Laird, for the inspiration. And thank you, everyone, for watching.